Hello and welcome back to the channel, everybody. My name is Dark Sage Walker, and like I said, I wanted to record some Dead Cells, so this seems like a good opportunity to do so. We are we are looking at the Clean Cut update, which just released out of its alpha and beta stage into the actual game. And because of that, I would like to do a little showing off. Now, just because it's... Oh, you can actually give myself infinite lives, huh? Now, I think... like, there's a part of me that wants to not use this. There's another part of me that's thinking, at the same time, oh hey, you can also prevent the vendor mimic from spawning. That's cool. But I don't want to turn that on. I'm okay with the vendor mimic. I think I am gonna give myself, let's say, 3 deaths to clear the run. Now we're gonna go into custom mode, because the weapon I want to show off today is going to be the new sewing scissors. I call them the sewing shears, but clearly that's not what they are, so forgive me. And I will, of course, run that with throwable objects. Which shields do I want to run? That one, and that one. That one's good, that one's good. Turn that on, turn that on, turn that off. And we'll leave holy water on. Now, I don't know how many of you are necessarily okay with running... Let's actually not turn that on. I don't know how many of you are okay with running custom mode or assist mode, but keep in mind they are in the game to be used, and there is nothing wrong with using them. Alright, so let's get into this. Now, I'm going to show you who the new NPC is as well. In here, of course, you have the tailor, but you also now have the tailor's daughter, who is, of course, represented as kind of this young, kind of like punk rock girl. Now, by visiting her, you can change your head to either the classic head or the Bobby head, which is, of course, the head that is used in the game's trailers, which everyone just kind of wondered, hey, why is this not what the character looks like? And, you know, that's... After enough complaints, they eventually just said, alright, fine, we'll give you what you want. Now, the Bobby head is something that's going to show up on any outfit that doesn't have its own dedicated head, so the new Castlevania skins won't get it. The Bobby outfit would, but of course that's kind of silly. You won't get it with Ironclad or any of the one. You won't get it with the Snowman, Robber. Should show up on the Gentleman's outfit though, and I think that looks absolutely spiffy. Did I just say spiffy? Oh wow. All right. So the thing with the, so obviously the sewing shears are a survival weapon. Their thing is, first of all, they've got a nice big range. Second thing is, if they kill an enemy within that range, every other enemy within that range also dies. And I don't mean takes extra damage. I mean they're flat out dead. See? Dead. D-E-D. Dead. We'll take the stronger one. So as you just saw, doing that is a beautiful way to take care of elite and bigger enemies. Beautiful. And legendary blowgun. I don't dislike it, but I also don't really want it either. It's basically the same. But the affixes are so much different. The affixes aren't necessarily important when it comes to talismans, sorry to tell you. Hey, a freebie. So if you haven't noticed, I'm not playing on 5 boss cells yet. I don't know what it is. I'm just not feeling confident enough in myself for 5 boss cells yet. Even though I know the differences are not that great, there's still enough to give me pause. So I'm building up my confidence to play on 5 boss cells because there's a part of me that knows that I'm plenty ready for it, but I'm also being very cautious, and, you know, maybe I don't have to be. But it probably does mean that the next time I do some Dead Cells recording, I will probably be on 5 boss cells. Because pretty soon I'm going to feel the need to just take the plunge and move up in difficulty. Mostly because I want to unlock the Sonic Carbine and the Thunder Shield. Now, you might have also been noticing that on my custom board, I only have one melee weapon to unlock. And that would be the Wrecking Ball. And also part of the reason why I decided I wanted to turn on assist mode, because the Lighthouse gives me tons of trouble. So I am going to attempt to use assist mode to just knock that out. You know what? Let's save our money. And because this weapon does so well with small enemies, I think we should go to the Toxic Sewers, because there's lots of small enemies in the Toxic Sewers. Also, that top hat. Man, it's beautiful. It's beautiful! Alright, another throwable objects. I don't know how I feel about that one. What's the one I have? Also not great. What's this Rebound Stone? Everything is kind of iffy. Whatever, let's just... Oh, wait, this one freezes nearby enemies when they die, though. What's this? Bleed. Honestly, I kind of like what I have. So, we'll just stick with it for now. As far as mutations that I think work well with this particular item, I'm going to start with Armadillo Pack. This gives us access to the shield in our backpack and is going to make the run a lot easier. See what I mean? to frequently check your map to see where you need to go next. And there we go. Beautifully done. And you can see the sewing shears are just mowing through these enemies. Because there's so many other small enemies around, it really makes it a lot easier to handle everything else. Giant's Whistle. I'm gonna say no to that one. Oh, well. See what I mean? It just works by accident. Unlike Bethesda games, it just works. Oh, whoops. I took some silly damage there. Now, as much as I like Snake Fangs, I don't think they're gonna work well with my build. But I mean, that is nice and impressive. But I want to stick with throwable objects. Almost made a mistake there. If I hadn't breached that scorpion, I'd have just taken a ton of damage. Ah! By the way, I love how the gentleman's outfit looks with the bobby head. Oh, sweet. Is this my first actual scroll here? I've gone this far, and this is the first scroll I'm seeing? Wow. And for those of you who are wondering why the music might be different than what you're used to, I am playing with the Castlevania soundtrack turned on. That is an option that is available because of the Return to Castlevania DLC, so if you haven't spent the money on it yet, that is where you get it from. Honestly, I think the Castlevania soundtrack just by itself is worth the price of admission. Probably nothing here I actually want, but you fully explore to find all your scrolls. Down, down, down we go. Bye-bye. Oh, perfect. Yeah, the only thing that really matters to me with the talismans is that they boost my primary stat, which of course is survival on this run. But I also recently did a really fun tactics run using the Gilded Yumi and the Marksman's Bow. buzz cutters. Why did it have to be buzz cutters? Alright, so let's look through here and see if there's anything we can pick up that would be nice. This particular throwable object would be very nice. Alright, well that is going to be a problem. So now I guess my question is, does that continue to be a vendor mimic now that I've been there and discovered the problem? Because I certainly don't have the stats to beat that right now. Let's get ourselves a nice familiar sense of deja vu here. Alright, so yeah, it's gonna be a vendor mimic a second time, which is a real shame. I think that's the biggest problem with the new update, is that vendor mimics can be absolutely anywhere now. Like, it's a really big issue with an otherwise really good update. Now, curiously, is there a pair of sewing shears that would actually make this worth the effort? Alright, let's try it. Okay, cool. Got it. Alright, that was horrible. But now we've got a really good pair of sewing scissors that works very well with root and bleed. So I think what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to find ourselves a good either root grenade or... Pardon me while my brain works overtime here. We're going to want to find either a good wolf grenade or... Wolf grenade? I'm dumb. Root grenade or wolf trap. In the meantime, we know we've got some food bits that we can take. And we'll go back for the pastry later. But honestly, if I could find a wolf trap, that would be the best. And these sewing scissors are going to last for quite a long time, so we are going to kind of tailor the rest of the build around that. I will take that over the ice grenade. And anything that can make my enemies bleed at this point, I definitely want to pick up. Obviously, root is also good. This is also going to change what mutations I take, because I was thinking I wanted to take no mercy. But now that I have this, I'm thinking it might be a better idea to take open wounds off color. Because there isn't a lot of chance that I'm going to find a pair of sewing scissors for a long time that's going to be better than this, since we actually did manage to beat the vendor mimic. That just is going to lead us to ramparts. I don't care about the ramparts. Well, actually, I think it's going to take us to the ancient sewers. But I don't want to go to the ancient sewers. Alright, first, let's go get our cake. Because if there's one thing that makes everything better, it's cake. There's corrupted person. Alright, so just to kind of go into how the sausage is made here, so to speak, I think what I'm going to end up picking for mutations is going to be open wounds, and then I'm probably going to... grab gastronomy. That's right, birds. That does more damage to bleeding enemies too. Interesting. So I guess the question is that going to be better than my powerful grenade? I don't know, I'll take it for now. Oh my goodness, that did so much damage. I don't think so. Ooh, more cake. Never underestimate slammers. They are the biggest jerks. Okay, no secrets there. That's a shame. Give me that. Okay, for some reason I thought he died after the first hit. I saw an empty health meter and assumed, yeah, that's probably enough to kill him. There we go. We don't want this. Now, I say it's best practices to go after as many enemies as possible for multiple reasons. Ooh. So I could take that and run it with electrodynamics. I just don't necessarily think it's a good idea. Ooh, wolf trap. We definitely want that in place of the crusher. as good as some of these items are, that would be painful. Okay. Alright, now you can see where our damage is going to be coming from. At this point, we could probably just run the shield instead of throwable objects, but I'm going to keep throwable objects because it is a good utility item. Oh, it even hits through shields! Oh my goodness! Sewing scissors, you are strong. Anything down here I want to look at? Yes, I want to look at this. Arrow behind you, arrow in front of you, shots pierce the first target. Is not bad. Probably better than what I have now, to be honest. Alright, we want to route to Conjunctivius, so we are going to go this way. And now, just for survivability, we take Gastronomy. Another shot at a high-level item via Vendor Mimic. Alright, you know what? I'm down to gamble with my fate. Plus, there's a food shop here, so it'll just be an easy health recharge. Even though I'm at maximum health myself. Now, if I were streaming, this is where I would say, hey, I actually already have been through the vault and gotten the gentleman's outfit, but should I go through it again anyway, just because? Oh, I'm stupid. Oh, the sewing scissors aren't affected by the spiky's backs. Oh my goodness. Sewing scissors, what are you? Here's our cursed chest, which of course we're going to take because we want those scrolls. Freezes enemies, doesn't make them bleed, but it is a much higher level shield, so we will take it. I'm assuming this is leading up to... Yep. It's actually going to be faster just to go back. By the way, does anyone know which Castlevania song this game comes from? Like, I've been racking my brain trying to figure this one out, and I just have no clue. There we go. Now, I don't know how much of a deep cut this is going to be, but do you know what these scissors remind me of? They remind me of Ryuko's weapon from Kill la Kill. And even though that's not exactly the highest brow show out there, I couldn't help but think about that when I saw the sewing shears, and now I think to myself, is there a way that that Motion Twin and Evil Empire can make a nice deep cut out of that. Make something about that one, like the weapon's legendary effect, I wonder. Like, I don't know how they would do that, but they would definitely get all the nerd cred for it. What did I even throw that at? I don't understand. Like, I guarantee it was just a premium kamikaze up there that I threw that at, but God, that threw me off. Alright. Oh, hey. A much better wolf trap. And this is not the vendor mimic. I was completely prepared to throw my other wolf trap at him. Does more damage to rooted enemies. I like that. Oh, this holy water is really good. Alright, yeah, we're gonna grab it because it does more damage. Oh, this one also does more damage to rooted enemies and bleeding enemies. But this one is going to cause greater damage. Alright, on to the blue gate. Blue gate! Come with me, and we'll be going the wrong damn direction. 'Cause I had a good joke lined up there, but then I screwed it all up. Hello. You never turn down a good Portal reference, but I am going to wait until I've slain 3 more enemies. Although it's not necessarily the enemies we expected to slay, we did slay them. Alright, let's go ahead and grab ourselves a free scroll. Nope. Ow! Oh, the pain! Ow again! I'm glad there's a food shop here. And by the way, if you're asking yourself, hey, does Dark Sage always sing while he's playing Dead Cells? Usually. Though my roommate will tell you that I'm usually really quiet when I play this game. But it also partially depends on my mood, and, oh, is it an Elite Gold Gorger that's just gonna make my life a living hell? God, I am so glad there's a food shop here. I am just getting my ass kicked. Fortunately, the rally system is keeping me from taking too much damage, but wow. And of course it was a Gold Gorger with one of those stupid Gradius options, so... What a lovely shield. I think I like that better than my current spiked shield, so I will grab it. And I saw some cake down there. We definitely want that. Wait, where'd the cake go? It's above me. How did I miss that? Give me that. Alright, if any of you are wondering if I go that nuts for cake in real life, yes. Oh, there you are. I was wondering what happened to you. Give me that money. Alright, hold on. Let's go this way first. Floor room. Okay. And we missed the shop, but we'll go back for it. And we'll go back for it now. It's not bad. I think I would prefer it if it did more damage to rooted enemies, but it's not bad. But can we do better? It's a risk that I'm willing to take. Does more damage to burning enemies? Nah. Interesting, but no. No, no. No. What does the shield do? No. Alright, well, if the vendor mimic isn't in the food shop, I'll come back here and just buy a random item just to get the vendor mimic to show up, because I still have yet to get the blueprints off of the vendor mimic, and that confuses me because I tend to kill one per run and have been doing so for a while, and it just doesn't drop. Like, I even know what both of its blueprints are, Get Rich Quick and Gold Plating. But I haven't seen either one. Alright, this is the vault entrance. Obviously, I'm not necessarily on Twitch, but... or streaming on YouTube for that matter. But if I were, that's about the amount of time you would have had to answer my query. And I just used the word query in a sentence. I feel like I'm getting too old. Not even that damn old. Damn it. Alright, we are just gonna go ahead and take a chance and sewing scissors right through that door, because I don't feel like paying to open a door. Doors brought to you by Electronic Arts. Alright, that somehow worked out. I was fully prepared to have to use one of my extra lives, and I see that elite gold orb up there. Oh, it's not elite. One of them just showed up and punched me right in the back of the head, and no, I'm not going to make that joke. Oh, come on, Darksage! What joke are you talking about? Don't leave us hanging! Sorry, but I must leave you hanging. That is an elite gold gorger, or is it? It is not. I'm gonna stick with what I have. Okay, this is not going well. But now I know where the vendor mimic is. Alright, that turned out better this time around. In case you're wondering why I didn't just use one of my flask charges, I'm trying to make sure that I'm saving them for appropriate moments. So I guess if there was an appropriate moment, that would have been it. So that's the classic problem of if I have a resource, I should be using it instead of saving it endlessly. Alright, this is all a very familiar sense of deja vu, of course. Oh, goodness. Except for we're doing worse than before. Where's my cake? There it is. See, this is what I keep worrying about when I go to record Dead Cells, is that I'll just make a complete fool of myself. And it seems like I'm doing a very good job of that right now. But I should also remember that the bank is one of the game's harder biomes. The vendor mimics by themselves make this a challenge, to say nothing of how the premium kamikazes actually have a little bit of a difference from the regular ones, not just in that they're gold and drop a bunch of money, but also, have you noticed that the regular kamikaze bats, when they fly up to you, they just sit still and then blow up in your face, whereas the premium ones drift? That drift has thrown off my parry so many times I can't even tell you. Fortunately, it didn't throw it off that time. Alright, this time around, I'm just gonna have to deal with using a flask charge. And I'll just have to buy a flask charge on the next level, which should, if everything goes correctly, be the graveyard. Of course, this time I flawless the vendor mimic, so it just ended up being a joke on my behalf. Haha, silly me. That having been said, why don't I come in here and... The ammo +3, shots pierce the first target. Yeah, I like this. It doesn't throw the arrow in front. Let's see, how much does that affect the DPS? It's a difference of 1,051 at this point. Yeah, it's still worth it. Plus, this has 6 ammo. Alright, so now, in preparation for Conjunctivius, we are going to take Shield in hand. Nope. Interesting, but nope. I kind of like the idea of combining Wolf Trap. Why keep wanting to say Root Grenade? Wolf Trap with Holy Water. Come on over here. Thank you. And I just need you to go ahead and hit that wolf trap. Thank you. Really? Really, game? I mean, I guess that's my fault for not paying attention to where that last missile was going. But still, I feel cheated. Poisoned, electrified. There is a circumstance where I would have taken that, but it didn't come up. Alright, now we go ahead and switch this back in. And we will go to the graveyard. Should have had that! But no, I had to take, what is that, 48 damage? One little missile hit, and it's all it took! By the way, if someone can identify this Castlevania song, I would be very grateful. This is another one I've been racking my brain on. It just doesn't sound familiar to me. No thanks. Not this one. Oh, you thought you had me there, didn't you, rat? The Havutus could have warned you if only you spoke Havutu. I know I'm getting that line wrong, but I don't care. Alright, is this shield any good? It is, actually. It's got that attacking just after a parry does 300% damage. I love that affix. And yes, it is lower level, but trust me when I say that's not too important. Again, if I find a Scavenge Bombard that does more damage, then, well, not, I shouldn't say more damage. If I find a Scavenge Bombard that has similar affixes to my Holy Water, then sure. There we go. Not good at all, but hey, you know what? I got it. Hey, you guys have a graveyard key I can borrow? I need it so I can invade your personal bubble. Alright, well, was there something there? No, but there's probably something over here. Now, thankfully, outside of that kill mechanic, the sewing scissors are a decently quick for a survival weapon. I should clarify. But they also have pretty good base damage, so they just make a decent beater stick. Which is why I'm not like scared of taking on bosses with this. But one thing that you could definitely do if you're looking for like the most optimal run possible is keep a giant killer in your backpack and then just run with a shield instead of throwable objects. Or just go all offense. Hey, who am I to tell you how to play the game? Part of what makes Dead Cells so fantastic. Okay, we're just kind of gradually getting lower and lower in level with the punishment shields until eventually they give me one that's level 0. You look at it and go, what is the point of this? Why would you give this to me? Oh, hey, how about I open the door first? Ow. Okay, that time the rat got me. Root grenade, that's interesting, but I prefer the wolf trap. Oh, there's a scroll up there that I missed. How did I miss that? By the way, just out of curiosity, how many of you were yelling at me to go back to get that scroll that you probably saw but I didn't? Feel free to post in the comments if you saw that scroll and were yelling at me to go back for it. Alright, let's wait to go that direction. I am going to try to... Oh, hi, how are you? Alright, this is the entrance to the cavern. Looking for any hint as to where the cursed chest is, because I would like to grab that before I go too much further. Oh, fortunately there's a food shop and we already know that. And the food shop is right there, but... First, let's see if we can secure anything good here. It's level 9, so it has to be particularly special for me to want to grab it. That almost does the job, but I like my 300% thing better. Very tempted, but no. No, I must not. This shoots an arrow in front of me as well. It's very tempting, but the other one freezes nearby enemies when they die. So which one is really... Well, this one also self-synergizes with 70% to a stunned target, so... But I'm not using that. Oh, it's a mess. You're once again getting a nice little glimpse into my thought process where I'm trying to figure out, through all sorts of technicalities, which item is better than which. Rat Sepulcher is over here. Alright, where are you, cursed chest? Oh. It's way down there past all of the other enemies. Well, criminy. Alright, you know what that means? We're just gonna have to live dangerously. Okay, there might be enemies through that door. Doesn't do extra damage to bleeding or rooted enemies, otherwise that might have been a great pick. Alright, so let's see if there's any enemies through this door that I can use to rid myself of the curse. Of course not. Why would I be that lucky? Which means we're going to be going into the cavern with a curse. You know, Dark Sage, that sounds like an immeasurably bad idea. You're right. That's why we're going to do it. Those of you who have been willing to stick around for a long video, I salute you. I very much appreciate it. Then again, I'm sure you knew what you were getting into when you clicked on this. You saw how long the video was. You know it's Dead Cells. Alright, let's hope I'm not one of those incidents. Come on. You can do it. There we go. And for what it's worth, I am aware of where this song comes from. Yeah, that's what I thought. We get one more of these. And the load time is just as atrocious this time around. Come on, Cavern, why are you doing this to me? Alright, one more shot for glory. Or just to not look like a really bad Dead Cells player. Oh, that was a short time to the first elevator. You there, throw projectiles at me. Sweet. Demon showed up, so it's gonna track me wherever I go, unless I, you know, Smash Brothers it. Alright, that is looking like a lower room, but let's not forget to have a look at this. Oh, we definitely want that. And I will go back for the shop, don't worry. The shops are one of the main reasons to go to with this biome. Plus, there's a scroll fragment there. No, you don't want to miss that. Ow. Okay, I am just getting manhandled. This one makes the victim bleed. This is perfection. God, that's a long cooldown, though. I would rather have something with a shorter cooldown because I don't have any cooldown reduction. You know what? I'm gonna try it. The worst that can happen is I just don't like how things turn out with it. Alright, I know that demon is gonna aggro me pretty quick here. Excuse me, dodge button. I knew what was about to happen there. Maybe you would like to help me out here? Oh, this run is looking worse and worse. It was already not good. You don't want to try to showcase a weapon and then die twice. You know, leaving people with the idea that the weapon isn't any good because the person using it made mistakes. Like. Don't worry, I see the scroll this time. Boot. Nope. Not to say that I don't want that extra cash, but I can't get in there anyway, so here's... Alright, so now we could potentially be getting into stuff that could replace my current sewing shears. I like the shield. But I'm gonna wait and see if I can find a shield that I like better. Like this one. I definitely like this one better. Poisoned and slowed down. No, thank you. Even though it's not bad. I'm gonna stick with the throwable objects I have at the moment. Okay. I am living kind of dangerously because I know that unless I go to Dracula's castle, I don't have any more food shops that I can lean on, so I have to start playing better. Yeah, clipped your wings. He said, trying to be original. Alright, a little bit more brutality. Have I mentioned that I really like the sewing shears? I know they're called the sewing scissors, but for some reason the word shears keeps coming to mind when I think about them, so I just keep calling them that. There we go. thing about the throwable objects is that they will, even if they aren't necessarily stunning enemies, they do hit stun and interruption, and I like that just fine. Make sure I'm not missing anything. Another off-color scroll, but that's fine. A little extra health, I think, is a bit more important. No thanks. Armadillo pack. I yearn for the thoughts. Hey, throw projectiles. Thank you. I didn't even have to ask you. Scroll fragment, don't miss that. Okay, that definitely could have gone better. By all rights, I probably should have just left that elite alone and gone on about my business, but that's not how we play things here on the Dark Sage game. Scroll of power, I want it. You don't stand a chance against the mighty shears of fate. Okay, I think instead of trying to race those guys, what I should be doing is throwing the throwable object, and then taking care of his falling crystals, and then hitting him with the shears. Oh well. It's a little late to worry about that now. Alright, and we are going to reset our mutations for the boss. We're still taking open wounds. But for this, I would like to take What Doesn't Kill Me and Soldier's Resistance. We're going to do our best to try to parry our way into good health. And there we go, hitless giant. Who doesn't love that? So I'm fluctuating back and forth between my play is awful and my play is brilliant. There's just no in-between. Now, we could just skip it on up to the Hand of the King, but like I said, I want to try to go for the Lighthouse. Wait. Let me change up my mutations again. Still going open wounds. And we're gonna go Armadillo Pack. But I think we are also going to go Necromancy. Because Necromancy is actually a good skill now. Or at least closer in line with what it was before its original nerf. Onwards to glory! Or a floating hunk of wood in the middle of the ocean. Alright, there's no food shop here either, so I need to make sure that... I play it a little bit safe. And, you know, not take damage from random bombs like that one that just clipped me right in the ankle. Have I mentioned that I hate bombardiers? You're not catching me by surprise, Armored Shrimp. Where am I going? Up here. I see a scroll. Beautiful, precious scroll. Where am I going? Okay. Not this time, Bombardier. This is looking much better. Could argue I probably should have been running Necromancy the whole time instead of Gastronomy, but at the same time, where I made my mistakes was in not being prepared for Vendor Mimic a couple of times. And then bad curse gameplay. I'm not saying that my deaths weren't my fault. I am saying that I feel a little silly about it. Alright, so there is another area back there. Probably come back to that in a bit. Now that one that explodes into poison clouds, that is a great combo enabler, but right now my combo enabler is my wolf trap. honestly not bad, but... Also, why is it that holy water gets fewer affixes than other items of the same level? Have you guys noticed that? Like, is there a reason for that, I wonder? Yes, more power. Unlimited power. Alright. Well, we're not gonna... Honestly, I don't want to replace either one of those, so screw it, I'm leaving. Keep your goods, you son of a bitch! I didn't say anything! Yeah, but you were thinking it. Sounds like my roommate is home. Oh, hey. No, go away. I don't want to take damage. Ooh, another off-color scroll that's of my preferred stat. I love it. Hey, you, come over here. So there I was just minding my own business when all of a sudden, bam, he hits me right in the face with a rock. Who throws rocks in this day and age? Seriously. Where are we going? Alright, well that is the lighthouse exit. But I want to make sure I'm not missing any more scrolls or scroll fragments or armored shrimp because I still have yet to get that outfit. So let's look around. There is a scroll fragment down there that I need to get. I don't need to go over there. I don't need to go down there. I do want to get that scroll fragment, though. That is one more stat in survival that will hopefully help me out. There it is. Alright. Things are getting a little dicey there. Let's not forget the scroll fragment. That's the whole reason we came this direction. Alright, now we just need to head back to the lighthouse. Prepare ourselves for the trouble that lies within. Now, the goal is to unlock the Wrecking Ball, but I have no extra lives from assist mode to help with that, so I either have to be good or lucky. But with our special Kill la Kill scissors at our side, I think we can do it. Soldier's resistance, and what doesn't kill me. See, I know y'all are gonna blame me for that chandelier, but honestly, y'all should have thought about replacing that thing a while ago. That's a safety hazard. Yeah, I figured that was gonna happen. Hey, come up here. Alright, she's the one I need to take out last, so I need to remember that, because last time I did this, I just fought them on general instinct and ended up taking her out first, and I'm sure you can understand why that's a bad thing when I'm trying to unlock the Wrecking Ball. Hey, walk into that. Alright, now we get Cleo into the mix and make things really difficult. There's Cleo. Or is it pronounced differently? Because it looks like it could be pronounced Cleo, and I don't think that's right at all, but I don't know. I'm assuming it's Cleo, because how else do you pronounce that? Ow. Did I say you could hit me? Seriously, how rude are some people? I think I may have made a mistake. Give. Alright, Cleo is the one we want out of the way first because she does redonkulous amounts of damage. Alright, she's down. Now we basically have to ignore Calliope. This isn't gonna happen. Whatever, I would rather win and not get the Wrecking Ball than lose and not get to clear the run. Besides, this way I get the second level Servant outfit, and that's also worth quite a bit to me. Also, I'm happy to see for myself that I'm getting better at the lighthouse climb. toxic servant outfit. And I love what you do. Alright, one more time with the mutation switching. We are, of course, sticking with... Oh, damn it. Open wounds, like I tried to say the first time. Then I think we will go with... Spite and emergency triage. Alright, can we take the sewing shears all the way to the end? Okay, we kind of already did, but can we take the sewing shears to a victory? I guess we'll find out. I'm not that knowledgeable on the Queen's attack patterns. Aw, man. Oh, well. A little bit more practice, and that will be nice and easy. But I wanted to show off the sewing shears just because I have so much fun with them. And hey, if you guys are playing this game, I hope you're having fun with them too. They are a really fun weapon to play around with, and I hope you get the chance to try them out for yourself. But that's it for me. Thank you very much for watching this very long video. I suppose you're aware that Dead Cells videos are going to be long ones. I appreciate you supporting my content. I really like that you enjoy my work, and I hope you continue to enjoy it. Hope you have a wonderful day or night wherever you may happen to be, and I will see you in the next one. My name is Dark Sage Walker, and take care, everybody.